ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa says his ANC accept what he described as severe challenges facing his organization. He counts weak structures, internal conflicts and factionalism among others. But none of these are new challenges. Ramaphosa delivered the closing address on the conclusion of the ANC eNCA. To discuss this with me, we are joined by President of the ANC's Veterans League, Snuki Zikalala. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Zikalala. We appreciate it. As the intro rightfully says, we know about these challenges. Many were expecting the president to provide more solutions or actual solutions to the problems faced that the ANC faces. What do you make of this?
Yeah, good evening, Heidi, and good evening to your viewers. I think if you look at the January 8th statement, which was issued in Polokwane, it talks about the challenges of the African National Congress. One of the major challenges that we have is question of discipline within the organization, question of us, as you know, that we have lost 5 metros, and we have polled less than 50% in terms of local government elections. And so those are the main challenges within the African National Congress. And of course, there has been no economic growth in the country. And so we came out of this 2-day Lekgotla and 2-day NEC meeting being determined and committed to rebuild the African National Congress and to rebuild the economy itself. And so it's not to say that we did not come up with any solutions. We came up with solutions that definitely will reinforce and strengthen the disciplinary committee structures of the ANC. We came up and say that there will be social compacting with business, because business has made it very clear that they are putting on the table a program of economic recovery, which the African National Congress and government came up with their own program. So if you take the two economic recovery programs together, we'll be able to bring back the economy live, especially to society, and create more jobs in the country. And so it's not to say that we came up with no solutions at all.
I actually disagree, because we have an unemployment rate of 34.9%. The majority of our youth in this country have no prospect because there are just no jobs available. And we're constantly hearing about social compacts. We need to find this, we need to do this, we need to do that. But we need sustainable job creation. But anyway, I want to move over, Mr. Zikalala, to the fact that the statement clearly says that it wants to defend the gains of democracy. And many were hoping that the president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, would hopefully touch on this ongoing spat between the presidency and Minister of Tourism, Lindiwe Sisulu. Yet all that was said was we need to defend the gains of our democracy, the constitution and the judiciary, without really explaining what actually is going on between the minister and the president. And it just seems as though the two are not speaking the same language.
Well, to be honest with you, we as Veterans League were quite disappointed, not with the president, but with the minister, because we feel that she has crossed the line. Because she's been there for more than 25 years. She took an oath of office and an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of South Africa and to the rule of law. And so if she has any problems with the Constitution itself and the rule of law, she would have gone and discussed this within the structures of the African National Congress instead of taking them out. And of course, it's up to the president to see how he deals with it, because as you know, that ministers serve at the behest of the president. If the minister decides that she will defy the president, she will trample on the constitution, she'll insult judges, it's up to the president to take that decision. But we are really disappointed with her, because she's a seasoned cadre of the movement. She knows better. She shouldn't have done it. And so what you are saying is up to the president to do the right thing. What the right thing it is, it's up to him, because he's the one who appointed her. The president did not say to the African National Congress, I want to appoint so-and-so. And if the person does not want to do what the constitution of the country says in terms of the rule of law, in terms of ensuring that we implement our constitutional democracy in the country, it's up to the president to deal with it. And of course, the president spoke about the lack of discipline within the organization. That is why the structures of the disciplinary committees are going to be restructured. And so that we have people who are within the disciplinary committee who are not members of the National Executive Committee, because they have self-interest in defending certain individuals. And so we think that we are on the right path. What is important, as you are saying, is a question of creating jobs. It's a question of sustainable economy. It's a question of recovery from COVID. As you know, millions of jobs were lost. And so we are confident that the plan that business has and the plan that our government have, if there is a social compact in between them, will definitely create more jobs in the next 1 year or two.
Yes, Mr. Zikalala, just lastly, I want to stay on what's going on with the Minister of Tourism, because I know you say it's up to the President and the Minister should have known better. She's been around for long enough to understand our Constitution. But it goes and it speaks exactly to the renewal and the rebuilding of the ANC that came out in this ANC NEC Lekgotla about poor structures within the ANC and drawing the line. And we are not seeing that, especially with something that's so public. Unfortunately, sorry, Mr. Zikalala, I've just been told there is breaking news, and we unfortunately cannot get your answer on that last question, but we'll try and get you on later on to get your insights on that. That was Snuki Zikalala from the ANC Veterans. Let's